Hi Scorpio, welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. I hope you are well. Scorpio, these are your New Year's Eve messages. The messages that the universe wants you to hear in the last day of 2021 and as you move forward towards 2022. And we will start with the card, and this one really wanted to jump out. The card that represents you, your current self. And you show up as the Nine of Feathers, which is the Nine of Swords. Okay, in this particular deck, it's about perspective and self-empowerment. Okay, so I really like this for you. The second card will represent what is it that you need to release. What is it that you need to release and leave in the past as you move into the new year? What is it that Scorpio needs to release and leave in the past and not drag with them into the new year? Nine of Shells, which is the Nine of Cups. That's an interesting combination of cards, right? Nine of Swords and Nine of Cups. Now, the last card will represent what is it that you should focus on in 2022? What is it that you should remember at all times and keep in your focus as you move through 2022? Thank you. King of Crystals, which is the King of Coins. Okay, Scorpio, some beautiful energies on the table for you, starting with the Nine of Feathers, which is, as I said, the Nine of Swords. This is typically a card of anxiety, overthinking, losing sleep. In this particular deck, this deck is full of encouragement and very positive guidance. This card represents perspective and self-empowerment. And I really do feel you have been in your head in that state of anxiety and overthinking. Losing sleep, worrying, fearing things. You have been there many times and for a long time, okay? Scorpio, you always go deep. So when you go into the Nine of Swords, you go the deepest from all the signs. And you really go through the darkest places. And what I feel this represents, especially with that perspective and self-empowerment, is that you have very significantly transformed, Scorpio. You realized that your mind space can be your tool for gaining perspective and tool for self-empowerment if you only transform it to be that way. If you transform your mental space not to be an obstacle, not to be your enemy, not to be the source of anxiety and fears and bad scenarios and creating all those bad thoughts of what is it that you fear is going to happen. But you transformed it and turned it completely around to make it a tool for self-empowerment and for that perspective, for great ideas, for your connection with your highest self, to connect with your intuition, with your wisdom, with your brilliant intellect. Okay? So I really like this for you because it's one of the heaviest cards in the tarot deck. As I said, it typically feels with anxiety and fear. But you showing up as the Nine of Feathers in this particular deck, you have finally transformed your mind space to be your friend and not your enemy. And I absolutely love this for you. You had to face your deepest fears to do that. So, you really deserve a round of applause for this, right? Because it has cost you a lot, many sleepless nights and a lot of stress. But you faced those deepest fears and you said, no, you either work with me and for me, or you're not there, right? And you realize that you control your mental space. It's not your human ego mind that controls you, even though it tries, right? But it's us controlling our mental space. So that's absolutely beautiful for you. Now, What is it that you should release? And we have the Nine of Shells, Nine of Cups, a card of gratitude, fulfillment, and card of self-made happiness. No, absolutely, you should not release happiness. But with this card representing gratitude, first of all, what you need to release is lack of gratitude, right? You need to practice gratitude on a daily basis. You cannot focus on what is it that you don't have. So you need to release the feeling of lack. And not only the feeling of lack of certain resources, whether emotional, financial, or any other kind, energy, creativity, but like releasing the feeling that you lack, that you are not enough, okay? And that's what you need to leave in the past, and instead move into the new year as that stronger, a lot more empowered with the self-empowerment and self-confident version of you, realizing and being absolutely grateful for everything that you have, and primarily about your inner resources. You have the skills, you have the abilities, you have the emotional resources, the creative resources that you need. You have the happy and joyful resources inside of you to keep you going, to keep you self-motivated, to be your own cheerleader. So what you need to release is that feeling that you lack, that you are not good enough, okay? Absolutely be grateful for everything that you have and practice gratitude daily, because the attitude of gratitude pulls more into your life, okay? Now, what is it that should be in your focus and what you should remember throughout 2022, keep in your mind, is the King of Crystals, King of Coins, and you have courage, commitment. Obviously, there is a lot more to this card, but you can see this beautiful tiger. You need to remember that you are courageous, that you have the strength, that you not only have the capabilities and the resources, skills, creative abilities, right? But you have the strength, not only physical, but mental. Your heart is strong, your soul and spirit are extremely strong, and you need to remember and recognize and be grateful for the strength and courage that you have, okay? And it will lead you. Tiger is like a lonely creature, right? And you may be a kind of like a loner. You may like to work alone, independently, not being dependent on anyone else, right? But the tiger is also the king of the jungle. And you have the King of Coins, right? You need to perceive yourself as the king of your jungle. It's you who rules your jungle, no one else. And there are no other predators that can be of any threat to you, right? Now, what is also important with the King of Coins is that he's absolutely aware of opportunities, sees opportunities everywhere, and is able to assess them wisely. So he's not investing his resources in all of those opportunities, but sees all of them and is able to choose, right? So there's plentifulness of opportunities that this king can choose from. Abundance of opportunities and beautiful choices that he can make. You can always adjust your direction. That's another thing. But also manage your resources wisely. Not only monetary, but resources of whatever kind. Cultivate your energy wisely as well, Scorpio. Make sure that you get enough rest. If you need to be in a place of solitude, absolutely do that if that helps you to restore your energy. Okay? And this king is very grounded, right? This king is very grounded and rational. So again, there are no fears in his mind space, irrational fears, black scenarios. He's able to rationally assess his situation. Okay. Let's close it off with a positive affirmation for you, Scorpio. What is it that the universe wants you to hear in this last day of 2021? You can achieve material success without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. So clearly it says that you can be materially fulfilled and at the same time respond to the needs and desires of your soul. Okay? You don't have to compromise and you don't have to sacrifice or disturb the sanctity of your soul in order to achieve material success. So spirituality is highlighted. Spirituality is or may be of importance to a lot of you out there, and perhaps you are thinking of combining spirituality with your professional life, right? Making something related to spirituality, creativity, arts, making it your source of income. So remember, you can achieve material success without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. And I'll leave it there, Scorpio. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you soon. Bye.